Hi there, let me give you a few insights about my vintage F1 series. So here I have, for example, the Ferrari Sharknose. As you can see, the chassis is self-made. So what I did, I used a Tamiya F102 chassis, which I had as a spare somewhere, and I took off all parts which I need, and I built a separate chassis plate here. Why did I do that? I wanted to have a very slim appearance, so the battery was always somewhere in between, so that's why I chose to build my own chassis for it. So it's, you can take it off like that, the body, and as you can see, it runs with a short LiPo battery. It has the front of the F102, it's a little bit more narrow, and in the back I have attached the original T-bar with my self-made chassis plate. So no damper here, which is sufficient for my purposes. The wheels are actually, they are original Tamiya wheels. I just cut them a little bit smaller, and I made some self-made tires for it, so they are a little bit wider in diameter than the original wheels, but they are much more slimmer. So you can basically cut these wheels quite easily just with a knife, and then you get a more or less original appearance. To attach the bodies, I built my own body holders. Basically some parts from some plastic parts which I just use here, and I drilled a hole in it. And the advantage is here I built in a way that I can widen it a little bit. So always depending what kind of body I'm attaching. For instance, if I'm using the Porsche body, it's necessary to make it a little bit slimmer, so that the Porsche, that's Dan Gurney here, so that the Porsche body fits on it. Perfect. If I'm using a very wide or big body, like for instance the Mercedes body here, then it's necessary to make the body holders as wide as possible, so that it really attaches and fits right. So that's how it's done here. So the front is well, it's very simply attached. So I have here my own little holder, which is using the front arm, the front suspension arms, to attach it and to hold it tight. So the bodies, well, they are all self-made. I do this by using molds, like this mold which I did here, for instance, to make the Porsche body. It's made out of wood, then sanded, and covered, finished with some filler details, like the motor cover here, for instance, then is made with some small parts. There are all some holes in it to achieve that the vacuum is really then achieving high details and a good results also on quite difficult sections, like here, for instance, the inner side of the engine cover. So bodies which I did was, well, the shark nose, Ferrari shark nose body. It's an F312 1966 body. Here also the BRM body with Jackie Stewart driving. The Mercedes already I showed you, and furthermore here I also have well, it's a Ferrari F100 body, just like the one which was driven by Ascari in the German Grand Prix on the Nürburgring in 1952. So basically that's it. So it runs with a normal stock motor, with a normal servo, and yeah, it runs quite well, has a quite original appearance.